from being a comfy 2-income household to 0 income was quite a shock.
But since we've got no debt and a small rainy day savings stash, we're doing okay.
Yeah, we can still survive, but only if we tighten our belts to corset level tight.
That is to say breathable, but pretty uncomfortable. So here's what we've been doing to curb our expenses. Firstly, we've been shopping our pantry, as one of our viewers told us. So we finish everything before we buy the next thing.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff left over that we were ignoring. So we've been focusing hard on using everything up.
Yeah. We've started looking through all our monthly expenses to see if we can downgrade on anything. And here's a really interesting one. We've realized with our research that the medical aid plan we are on was not the most suitable for us.
Wasn't the most cost effective, it turned out.
Yeah, so something we downgraded and it's actually giving us more cover.
Yeah, I think we did. It's a new one that they brought out or something.
Yeah.
But the point here we were thinking is that you shouldn't just do this when you land up in a situation where you're really forced to rework your budget. In the future, we're going to be doing this like every few months.
At least annually, if not twice a year.
This one is a bit sad, but I'm dealing with it. We had to stop buying the fancy bread that I really love, and now we buy sourdough and we also make lentil waffles at home, which sounds weird, but is actually flippin' delicious.
Yeah, quite amazing. Two ingredient waffles. But anyway, we're waffling.
We swapped to instant coffee because it's much cheaper, and then we realized that it's not so great. So we swapped back to ground coffee, but we got a cheaper brand.
So we're still winning on that front. Another thing we've started doing is buying our leaves at the garden, the community garden. We did do it occasionally before, but now we buy all our green, leafy greens there.
Yeah.
Because beautiful, beautiful quality.
So basically the leaves, and I'm not lying, we'll show you in the community tab at some point, but the spinach leaves are like this big, the green part, not the stem.
Yeah.
And we're paying 10 Rand for 10 of those leaves. It's uncountable cheap. And then like if you compare it at the shops, for a little punnet of baby spinach, it's like 35 Rand. So plus it's not organic. So we've been using a garden service to make our lives easier and leave us to focus on work. But we've cancelled the garden service and put me in there instead. And it turns out I love it, so I'm very happy.
And then we used to get a housekeeper in every now and again. We've stopped doing that and we've put Edge to work as well.
Scrubbing toilets and stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we're hoping to go back to the housekeeper because it's actually a bit of like a sever thing because she needs the work, but you know.
Sever means service, by the way.
And then we had our accountant do our certain parts of our tax. And we've put Sporty to work.
Yeah, so we cut back on that cost as well.
Yeah, that was, I don't know how much it was, but it was quite a bit, hey? And we are doubling down on our loyalty rewards programs. We always were big fans, but now we are really focusing hard on that.
Yeah, our medical aid has got a really good one, and there we can amass medical savings and coffee rewards.
Yeah, so naturally we are doing that like nobody's business.
Yeah, and then you've got some cleaning tips?
Oh yeah, so we used to buy a few cleaning things because we had the housekeeper and it's easier just to give her what she wants and not force her to use our hippie alternatives. But now, of course, we've run out of that stuff and it's expensive, so like, doesn't matter, I either clean with the dish liquid or I clean with a vinegar and water solution. And on laminate floors, that solution is amazing. It works like nobody's business. Next time tackling the windows, I'll let you know how that goes.
And then we've also swapped from, buying vegan treats out there to eating nuts and dried dates. It's not for everyone, but it works for us, and it's a much cheaper option than buying sort of pre-made sweeties and things like that.
Yeah, those fancy treats can add up quickly.
And Ange has also started baking and making like pancake type things, so that's quite fun.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really getting us to be creative.
We've also started training ourselves to buy with our eyes instead of with our credit cards. So, and with us it's mostly consumables because we don't really shop for stuff. So we'll go and look at the snack aisle and enjoy thoughts of maybe eating that again in the future.
Such snackaholics. I wonder if there's a support group for us.
Oh, snackaholics.
Yeah, anyway, it does work really well, and it feels good to leave that shop with only what was on your list and nothing else.
Yeah,
it does feel really good. So this one's actually, I don't know which is more sad, the downgrading of the bread or this. We've downgraded from almond butter to peanut butter.
Luckily, it's not so hard for me, but Ange has been suffering a little bit.
No, the problem is, like, if I can just whine for a moment, the problem is those things don't agree with my gut the way that the other stuff does. I have, like, other issues. So instead of just being happy that I am mostly healthy and whatever, I'm whining because I can't have almond butter and special bread.
Yeah.
So, sorry me.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, yeah, so, but peanut butter is delicious.
It is. Another thing we've been doing is keeping an eagle eye on any specials that are out there. We're very lucky because the protein powder that we really like often has a 20% discount. So we're always running around to those stores to check for the deals.
Yeah, and then the other thing is our milk often comes on special for a 3 for 2 deal. So, but it's just really, again, doubling down and looking for any specials to stock up on when they do come around. So this one's pretty cool. We actually invested in a baby oven much earlier in the year, before we landed up in the no job situation, to save electricity, because you've heard us complain before that the electricity is quite expensive, and it's crazy what a difference it made. So we both had this, did we make a good decision to go and buy this oven? And now we really have, because I think we've made our money back in electricity alone.
So grateful. And we've given some thought to all the supplements we're taking and if we really need them, and we've definitely been able to whittle that down a little bit. And
I think overall that what this has taught us is to really, really stop and think and show us just how much money we can save if we try hard. I know we set out this year saying we were going to save money, but it's taken this situation for us to really double down.
Yeah.
So I'm super proud of us.
Yeah.
But of course there are some areas where we refuse to be frugal, and they'll start with H, funny enough.
The triple H factor.
Yes. So the first is health. Like, we have needed to consult with doctors and health practitioners. We have needed to buy meds on occasion, and we've just gone ahead and spent the money. I mean, I needed to get orthotics for my shoes, which was super expensive.
And we also invested in some tests just to, eliminate some things.
Yeah, so that we felt it was expensive but super worthwhile. And then, what is that?
Hairdresser.
Oh yeah, hairdresser. You'll remember, if you've been here before, that there were big ideas of cutting our own hair.
Cutting each other's hair.
No, just no. It doesn't work for us. It can work for others. Maybe you let us know in the comments. So you're somebody who's happy to do hairdresser stuff at home. We were lucky. We found a really cost-effective new hairdresser in our area.
And she's been so sweet to us. She's charging us for men's haircuts.
Yeah, because she's so quick.
Yeah,
she said
it's our hair so short, she can't charge us for a ladies.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
And then of course the last thing you may have guessed is Mr. Handsome. We don't curb any whatever's there.
He gets what he needs.
He gets his special tuna, he gets his special kibbles and his special catnip.
And then just to end this off with a bit of a metric, I did a quick review of our expenses this month, and we've already saved between 7 and 8%. So we've brought our expenses down by between 7 and 8%.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't sound like a huge amount depending on what you think, but considering that our our expenses were already like trimmed a lot. I think we've done well.
Yeah.
Like, so
and that doesn't include the medical aid because the downgrade only kicks in December, so it's going to come down even more.
Yeah, so that's an extra R1,000.
Yeah, 1,200.
So if you liked this video and you enjoyed these frugal tips, take a look at our other video on Dutch frugal habits, where we share even more ideas from our people in Holland. Until next time, keep it simple,
keep it frugal,
and save for that rainy day.
Yeah. Bye!